some more gate progress. So this is the second post going into the wall. I have used a piece of timber to kind of line up and suggest where is straightish, but I also wanted it to be somewhat recessed from the very front of the wall, just to give the bricks a bit of strength. And fortunately that's gone straight into the middle of all these bricks. I've used 14mm hammer drill bits, so I started with a 6 and then an 8, was it? 6, a 10, a 12 and a 14, so I didn't shatter the brick too much. It takes a bit longer, but it's lighter tapping. Apologies for the plane. So yeah, I used a bit of wood with a hammer just to get these in, so I'll do this one now. And that sort of puts those fairly tight into the wall. Not much you can do there. Again, I'll probably use the end of this is my EVSE cable, so I've got to be a bit careful. If I just do that, that's out of the way. There you go. I could probably just use the hammer itself, but just being a bit careful. That's tricky. There we go, out of the way that way. There we go. And they're all in. So now I've got a choice. I've got about 2.5 centimetres to pad out of this wall, given my gates are 93 centimetres, and I measured this gap to be 198, I think it was, and then this is something like 14. I had the measurements written down and I came out with 2.5 centimetres, which is about it's an inch, isn't it? 25mm. So I've got an inch to space this from the wall. I've done this such that if it sits on there, that it's level with this one. So what I did there was I got this piece of timber again, I popped it on there, offered it up a bit like that, and then I got my spirit level, being careful not to drop the thing, and plonked it on there. That's the 2, so that's not as helpful. In fact, it's meant to go on the silver side, but I think both sides are straight. There you go, and that is near enough on the bubble. So these are the same height. I did that before I did any of the markings. I basically used the brick, tamped the brick down so that it had like a floor, kind of datum if you like, and then I marked off on this side, so I want the rain to slope off of this bit here and not into the brickwork, so that's why I've done it. It looks a bit funny because they're both going that way, but it is what it is. It's more function than aesthetic. So I've drilled using a pillar drill. Once I've marked off on the wall where these holes should be, and then I've taken it round and I've marked the centre, and then I've drilled through from that side so that these are all dead centre, because even if you start with a pillar drill, you might end up coming out not centre. Then these aren't too bad because I used like an auger bit. So I started off with a standard wood bit, then a standard bigger wood bit, and then finished off with an auger bit of the same size as the second wood bit, and that got me all through that size of thickness. Yeah, so these holes probably need to be a bit bigger again to accommodate the huge coach screws that are going in. but I think that'll be fine now. I don't think I'll need to cement it. It's on a brick. It'll have all the strength of the wall itself. I may or may not. Let's just see how it goes. But yeah, I just need to find some padding wood here to ensure that it's spaced about 2 centimetres away. The other thing to think about is there'll be a gap, a slight gap between here and here, and a tiny gap. I mean, we're talking millimetres here, so we get a nice tight finish. But there will be some, so let's say half a centimetre between the 3 gaps. So really, it's about 2 centimetres of spacing wood I need. But yeah, I'm getting there. Thanks for watching.